Welcome to my PowerPoint. Welcome to my PowerPoint presentation. Crownslayer. The biggest glow-up / redemption arc in Arknights. What is my thesis with this PowerPoint presentation? That Crownslayer is the best fast redeploy in the game currently, except for IS. We don't talk about IS. Crownslayer is a good investment for the average player, and Thesis Alter is kind of a bum for the endgame. That's still true, by the way. Even with the new module, Thesis Alter in the endgame is not really good. Exhibit A, casual play. Pictured, you have a damage graph. As we can see, Crownslayer, below 1000 defense, out damages both Thesis and Yato. Please ignore Yato skill tree, it's bugged. Ignore Yato skill tree in this graph, it's bugged. So what can you use Crownslayer for in casual play? Very great damage and one-shot in fodder. And the fact that her skill lasts longer, that means she can one-shot more fodder than Thesis or Yato. But not just that, the weak Arknights EN casual mind thinks that stun immunity is way more widespread than it actually is. What do we have here? We have enemies that get completely fucking shut down by Crownslayer skill tree. We have the bear. She basically cheeses every stage with the bear. We have Patriot skill 1, Patriot phase 1. We have the Steam Knight. Did you know that the Steam Knight is stunnable? She's not an elite killer. No, she's not an elite killer. That's a cope niche. She's not an elite killer. That's not a real niche. We have the Desert car, the Block 4 car. We have the mechas. But your question right now, I'm seeing a lot of people being very skeptical in chat right now. Your question is, why would you stun in casual play? Because the question is, what's the point if I can just put down Lemon skill 3 and strike the fucking enemy from orbit? Well, you will see not every player is me and you with 6 years of experience and an allergy to the sun. To a lot of players, stun is very useful in casual play, not for the stall. It's useful in casual play because it disables certain enemies. Stun is it completely shuts down the enemy. They stop moving and they stop attacking. That's the important part. So for example, the mechas in chapter 16, they have insane damage when there's the commander. You can put Crownslayer down to stop them from attacking. And we know that you can't just burst down the fucking mechas because they have a ton of HP. There is situations in which, in casual play, especially for the average player, stun as a way to disable enemies is very good. The conclusion on casual play is that if you don't have Thesis or Yato, especially if you don't have Thesis or Yato, she's a completely unironically good and useful unit. As we said, she out-damages when it comes to less than 1000 defense, and there is a lot of enemies that she completely shuts down. Exhibit B, the endgame. For this one, I don't even have to cope. Crownslayer is the best fast redeploy in the contingency contract, and that's it. That's just the truth of the matter. She showed up in CCB4 and in CCB2. However, for CCB4, she got optimized out. As you can see, there's a Blaze Alter in CCB4 as well. Thankfully, Blaze got optimized out as well. But in CCB2, Crownslayer did not get optimized out. And there's no Blaze Alter in sight. Blaze Alter got optimized out. Crownslayer did not get optimized out. What a fuck-ass unit. So let me explain why Crownslayer is the best. So I just stated that she's the best, but what's your evidence, Mr. Soup? The evidence is that CC is a mode in which damage by itself loses a lot of value. You want units like Tragodia, units like Lazy Alter, units like Monstre that have some form of utility. Of course there's Wang, we don't talk about Wang, okay? Wang is his own thing, he's in the fucking containment zone, we don't talk about Wang. It's free hits for Crownslayer, because as we said before, non-boss enemies don't have stun immunity. It's just the bosses that are immune to stun. If you're not a boss, 99% of cases, you're not gonna be immune to stun. And CC very rarely has bosses. CC is composed of common and elite enemies. And that means that it's free hits for Crownslayer. The third reason is that she's entirely invulnerable during skill 3, so you can just put her down anywhere without risk that she gets one shot to death, that the enemies are just gonna toss her into the fucking sun. Conclusion on the endgame. Crownslayer is a unit that gets better the harder the content becomes. And this is true even in casual play, because for normal stages, yeah, why the fuck do you stun? But then you include EX stages, you include S stages, you include H stages, and she gains value the harder it gets. For example, H16-4, she completely shuts down the bear in the boss phase 2. Now, Exhibit C, Skill 1 and Silverash Alter. The Silverash Alter skill 2 slashes scale off of the units that's coming out the slashes. It doesn't scale off of Silverash. This means that Crownslayer skill 1, outside of Phantom, outside of Phantom skill 2, Crownslayer skill 1 is the best fast redeploy to use with Silverash Alter skill 2. But there's a Phantom skill 2 that just gives him 2000 attack on deployment, so that's the best one. If you have a Phantom, you should use Phantom instead. But you will notice I say at skill level 7. That's because at M3, Texas Alter skill 1 is like extremely marginally more attack. However, Texas Alter skill 1 is lacking the utility. Oh wait. Texas Alter skill 1, true, has silence, right? But the thing with silence is that 99% of the game is immune to it. Including normal enemies, including elite enemies. Like, unless you're in Stultifera Navis, you're not gonna use silence. Conclusion on Silverash is that Phantom is the better choice. Texas skill 1 technically has the same attack stat, but it lacks general utility. So CS is better because it has utility and because it's more accessible. And about accessibility, Exhibit D. Again, I remind you that not everyone is a sun-starved 7-year-old Arknights player like you and me that has every unit in the game. Crownslayer being free does matter for like the majority of the player base. They're not gonna have Texas because they have to spark her. They're not gonna have Yato because she's a super limited and she's not rerunning because we're getting My Little Pony instead of Monster Hunter 2. And Phantom was banished to the Kernel Banner Purgatory. So the final conclusion is that putting all of the exhibits together, great in casual play, straight up the best fast redeploy in CC, great with Silverash Alter skill 2, and the most accessible fast redeploy 6-star by far, I can confidently say that for the average player in the year of 2026, she's overall the best fast redeploy. Because what do you get? In a welfare, you get a great casual play option to get rid of fodder and entirely disable most enemies, like the mechas in Chapter 16, while almost entirely invulnerable. Straight up, the best fast redeploy for Contingency Contract. Great option for Silverash Alter skill 2 shenanigans. Possibly the best stun effect in the game. And an amazing option for EX, S, and H stages. However, to every thesis, there must be an antithesis. Let's look at why some nice gentlemen in the comments down below could argue, perhaps, that Crownslayer is not the best fast redeploy. These intelligent specimen in my YouTube comment sections. Exhibit 1A, Integrated Strategies. I'm not even gonna try to cope. In Integrated Strategies, Crownslayer is ass. She's complete buns in Integrated Strategies. Not just because she doesn't really scale off of relics very well, not just because she outputs her damage really slowly, not just because almost every boss is immune to stun, but also because the Specialist voucher is really stacked. Look at all of this. Let's be real, you're not picking Crownslayer over Exia. Let's explain. Why is Yato the better unit then? Why is Yato the best fast redeploy for yes? It's because of the iframes on skill 3. Like straight up, she gets iframes, and you can abuse the shit out of that. It's just completely free, fast damage on great cycles. She has status invulnerability on skill 2, which is also great. That's the most random fucking effect in the game, by the way. I have no idea why Yato has status invulnerability on skill 2, but she does, and it helps. So my conclusion on IS is that, let's be real, unless you're a CN player playing by fucking Fuji Cup tournament rules, you're not picking Yato either. Can I be real? Oh yeah, she has the iframes. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're not gonna pick Yato over Exia or Mizuki. You're not doing that. Therefore, I can cope that they're actually both subpar for the average player in IS, and therefore, there's a parity between them. What about Ra? We don't talk about reclamation algorithm. We don't talk about reclamation algorithm. Finally, we have Exhibit 1B. I've had people tell me that all fast redeploys just get one shot these days, and therefore that Crownslayer deals more total damage doesn't matter. I shouldn't have to explain why this is fucking stupid. Crownslayer skill 3 is completely invulnerable, and that's it. That's it. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming to my TED talk, my PowerPoint illustration of everything here. Hi, unfortunately the video is over. That means you have to go watch another one from me specifically. While you're at it, binge the entire channel without an ad blocker, of course. Anyway, thank you to the members, in particular Sky Lo-Fi YouTube, Viper Sushi, Lozu, Neg PXL, Francisco Nunez, Sora Light Ira, Yuzu Ucha, Peframn, Alclane, Bar22X, Noel Runes, Kindred 2, Lizard King, Ascended Asen, Nemotic, Zoramar Slink, Talon Chef, Cincinentuna, Ilio, Vinciada, Kitron Box, URL Killer, Divius, Bomb Ninja, Apollo T, QX102, Misaller, Telemar Raptor, Seinshin, Jaku, Never Far Off, Zephyrinix, Nupo, Staffer 7, Borubarf, Shirodezu, Prancing Peppers, Sergio Alvarez, Kevin McGuire, Sebistem, Sanken, Chronologian, 5QDZK, Genus Gayshaper, Common Kirin, Larmendra, Yuvuna, King of Harems, the guy with 2 names. That's all. Goodbye. Again, go binge the entire channel right now.